8,888 yards from scrimmage and 71 total touchdowns in his career. And if he keeps it up, he probably breaks over 100 touchdowns, and he will break over 10,000, which probably would put him as a candidate to go to the Hall of Fame. For all these incidents that Alvin Kamara has had over the last couple of years, it's going to be very, very hard for the NFL to induct him when he becomes available to be inducted as a first or second or third or whenever they decide he's ready to go to the Hall of Fame. And honestly, I think Alvin Kamara has been one of the top 7, top 8 running backs in the league for the last 5 seasons. And when healthy, he's unstoppable. And when Drew Brees was playing and they had an enormous amount of weapons on the field when he was playing, they were as deadly and as potent as any offense we've ever seen. But right now, Alvin Kamara is 27 years old. And for running back years, this is at the tail end of his career. Will the Saints give him more of an opportunity to run the ball this year where he can get back on track? Because we've seen this. Ray Rice was one of the best backs in the league, and he had a bad season the year that he beat up his future wife in the elevator. His career was over. And the only reason why Alvin Kamara's career is not over right now, 1, it's not a woman. 2, Alvin Kamara, they believe, still has game left in those legs. When you look at what the Saints could be this year, they have a lot of weapons. They have a ton of wide receivers. They have 2 good young tight ends. And I think they still have a veteran tight end on the team, on the squad. They have weapons all over the field. They don't need Alvin Kamara. They really don't. And their defense is still going to be top 12 in the NFL. They have Derek Carr now throwing the ball. He is going to air out the ball. He's going to try to get the ball, like Drew Brees, to his weapons. I don't know if the Saints really need Alvin Kamara this year. And the questions are going to continue to keep building up before he steps on the field. Does he deserve to get another chance? This isn't the first incident that Alvin Kamara has had since he's come into the NFL. This is like the 3rd time he's been in trouble.
And also he fell in the draft because of some issues at Tennessee. So.
Yep. This is the 3rd time in his professional career he's been in trouble. Now, not as bad as this, and obviously we've seen Kareem Hunt with his incident, Ray Rice, everything that's happened over the last couple of years with violence and domestic violence, the NFL has tried to control, and a lot of leagues have been trying to control it. But Alvin Kamara, the only reason why he pleads no contest and he only gets 30 hours of community service is because he's Alvin Kamara. If it was me or you, Speedy, he would have went to jail for 2 or 3 years. He wouldn't be able to afford $105,000 to pay to Darnell Green. And honestly, $105,000 is nothing to Alvin Kamara for the money that he's made over the last couple of years.
Yep, not for a guy that's making $13 million a year now.
It's crazy. And the NFL is still going to pay him. You know why? Because he still has a lot of stuff left in his legs. That's the only reason why. Mm-hmm. And once he shows that he doesn't, he's going to be thrown like a rag doll to the wolves. We've seen this before. How many players? Look right now. Who is a free agent right now? Kareem Hunt could play on any football team right now.
Oh, yeah.
Leonard Fournette could play on any football team right now. They're all the same age, practically, as Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, same draft class, 17.
Zeke Elliott could still play football. Last year, he had, 8 touchdowns? And over 1,000 yards, he could still play. None of these guys have jobs. But Alvin Kamara, giving assault to a victim, doesn't go to jail, pays a $105,000 fine, gets suspended by, 4 to 6 games. He'll be back this year. If the Saints are a playoff contending team, he will be on the field, and he will help his Super Bowl contending team in the NFC make the playoffs. Wonderful. Great move by the NFL, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely stepping in. So, and this is what I say, just like the NBA with the Ja Morant situation, they should have dropped the hammer on Ja Morant. I believe for all the years that everything that's gone on in the NFL, if you put your hands on anybody off the field, it's a privilege to play in the NFL. If you put your hands on anybody off the field, you should be suspended for the season.